instead of taking humans and doing all the analytical process, you're taking big data, huge amounts of data, and then you're having artificial intelligence applied in order to do that.
Hey Dan, and thanks for joining Dukascopy TV today. So let's get started, and we're going to talk about fintech today. So what is fintech, and why is it such a hot topic at the moment?
Well, fintech is really, it's a short acronym for financial technology. And the reason it's such a high topic today and such interesting field is because it's really transforming a lot of the ways that the financial services industry is going to do business, not only now, but in the future. Looking at what the traditional use of technology and banking and so forth was more of a back function. But now it's getting to the areas where it's in asset management, it's in financial services, it's in trading. All of those things are going to emerge from that platform.
So now we kind of know what it is. What are some possible applications that we're going to see coming up, and what are some that are already in place?
Well, what you're going to see coming up is you're going to see more and more platforms that are coming up that are going to be automating. And automation is going to be the big thing coming up in the future. And when I say automation, it could be in the way that data is compiled, and that's the main thing. So a lot of platforms that are happening right now is a lot of robo investment. And what robo investment is that when instead of taking humans and doing all the analytical process, you're taking big data, huge amounts of data, and then you're having artificial intelligence applied in order to do that. And so, and you also have different platforms in terms of currently mobile marketing and mobile investments. I'll give you a good example. There's a recent firm that's called Robinhood, and what they do is they provide trading with no commission. Now, how do they do that, and how are they going to make money? Well, their business model is basically that they take investments from people, and they promise about a 1%, maybe a little bit more, return on that. Which right now, with the interest rates being so low, it's actually quite interesting. And the way that they make their money is then they're going to try to take their investment team and use that money to make greater returns than the 1%. So I think what you're looking at is, you're looking at platforms that are going to take automation and cost and things that drive that down and move it forward.
So the costs are going to come down and we're going to move it forward, but where do you think it's going in the long run?
Well, I think what's really going to be happening is in the long run, it's really going to be a disruption for the financial services firms. Just to looking at a few examples, and I might have mentioned them before, was the first thing that's going to happen is, again, that automation is going to drive different things, and it's really going to be about the mobile platform. That's key. Mobile platform is going to be more and more interesting, and the way that things are going to be done. Another thing that's going to happen is where there's going to be opportunities would be in, for example, the security aspect of mobile banking and mobile payments and things like that. One example being blockchain. And what blockchain is, in a very layman's terms, is that blockchain is when there's a financial transaction being done, there's a piece of code that's generated. And what the challenge is to make sure the piece of code generated to pay you is not the same one that's going to be used to pay person B, and that there's not double payment there. So as the complexity of these different technologies emerge in the services, then the need for the security is going to increase. So you're going to have increased security, you're going to have increased mobile platforms, all those different things.
So just to finish up, how does digital marketing and fintech relate to each other?
Well, digital marketing is one of the fields that I'm more interested in, and it's not interested in, but actually more applicable to what I'm doing now. And what I've seen is that the automation side of digital marketing and the automation side of fintech is actually going to continue they merge together. They're both using huge amounts of data. So in digital marketing, you have data regarding what social media is doing, what content marketing is doing, email, and gathering up all that data through analytics, and then taking the artificial intelligence and moving that forward into coming up with solutions, coming up with new services and things like that. And basically, fintech is moving in the same direction. They have huge amounts of data. They have limber and really kind of quick-thinking companies that are coming along to help automate that process. And so the two are really going to be going hand in hand in order to kind of transform the way that marketing is handled in the future and the way that the financial services and the banking industry is handled in the future.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for watching. And if you like this video and would like to see more, be sure to stay with us here at Zwerski TV.